There is one piece of advice in the world of public speaking that I cannot hear anymore. Just be yourself. As my good friend and taxi driver Juan Beato from Barcelona would say, este consejo es más inútil que un cenicero en una moto. In this session, I will destroy this piece of advice. Just be yourself. I will share with you the 3 stages that we all go through as public speakers, and at the end of the session I will offer you a fast track to great public speaking. I come from a tiny village in northern Bavaria, Germany. Weidach. German is beautiful. And there is a club, and it's the Carnivals Club Weidach. My mom, 25 years, she was always on stage in that Carnivals Club. You know, it's a club where they sing and give speeches and dancing. Very German. My mom, back then, I'm 18 years old. She briefs me. Okay, Florian, when I enter the hall, your brother Martin will pass me and run away, and you, sitting in the back of the hall, you will jump to your feet and you will yell, "A thief! A thief! Stop the thief!" So far, so good. My heroic intervention is approaching. 20 minutes to go. And then it starts. Florian, what will they think? Florian, stay seated. Don't be ridiculous. You will look stupid. Florian, come on. Don't be a jackass. Don't be a jerk. Stay where you are. In that night, when I was 18 years old, I lost a battle in my life. I never jumped up to my feet. I never yelled, "Stop the thief!" I disappointed my mom. I lost a battle against a vicious enemy. An enemy who has grown for millions of years and who is right in my head. In that night, I lost the battle against my inner voice, alias stage. Where does this darn stage fright come from? The easiest explanation for me is when we human beings are in danger, our reptilian brain, the oldest of 3 brains we have, the reptilian brain takes over. And when we are in danger, we only have 3 options: flee, freeze, or fight. Now, in public speaking, when you face an audience, to flee, to run away is not really an option. To fight them is not really an option either. We freeze. When stage fright takes over, we are not ourselves. We freeze thanks to our reptilian brain. So when somebody comes to you and says, "Just be yourself," it's a horrible piece of advice. The good news for all of us speakers is the universe is all about yin and yang. Where there's good, there's evil. Batman, Joker, night, day, stage fright, self-confidence. As a public speaker and as a corporate coach since 2009, I realized that on our rhetorical journey, on that path, we evolve in 3 stages from absolute stage fright to absolute self-confidence. Stage number 1, I call it the robotic stage. This is exactly the stage where you freeze because your inner voice tells you, "Don't do that." It is the time when we are the visionary, or Indiana Jones, always looking for treasures he will never find, or the psychopath, always looking 2 centimeters above the heads. This is the time when we do Angela Merkel, or we pray, or we wash our hands, or we are the wedding ring twister, when we protect our body. And the worst of our robotic mask that we put, our voice speaks like this, it's monotonous, it's boring as hell. There is no excitement, there is no pausing, there is no period, there is no full stop, there is no colon, there is no question mark, there is no exclamation mark, there is not anything. It just goes on and on and on and on in this voice that drives people nuts after exactly 10 seconds. It is horrible, but it is okay, because just be not yourself. It is absolutely normal. This is stage number 1. But then, you do it again and again. You follow the advice of this great American speaker, Darren LaCroix, who always loves to say, stage time, stage time, stage time. And you receive feedback, get feedback. And when you combine feedback and stage time, you enter stage number 2, the theatrical stage. In stage number 2, you put on another mask. You put on this mask. The problem is, you're not Jim Carrey. You're not Meryl Streep. You're not Marlon Brando. So if you're not a good actor and you know how to be someone else, this stage is tricky, because you turn into a bad actor that can be pathetic. This is exactly what happens when you do this. We should really act now. Inspiration is important. You shouldn't do that. We have to go. And then my mom said, son, you overdo it. And the basic problem behind is the triangle of coherence that you see in this video here. The triangle of coherence, because your content is not aligned with your body language and your voice. And then you turn into a pathetic actor, which is not so cool. But then again, stage number 2 is an absolutely normal stage that we have to pass. With more stage time, and a lot of feedback, you finally reach stage number 3, the natural stage. May 2017, Berlin, Estrel Hotel, big hotel. Toastmasters District Conference. I'm the MC. I am the MC of the opening session, 1 hour in the morning. I am bigger than life. I am enthusiastic, I'm energetic. I make them laugh. I laugh. I am bigger than life. An hour later, during a break, a guy, forgot his name, comes to me and he says, Florian, can I ask you a question? Sure. How come you're so natural on stage? What? You see, in stage 3, with all the stage time and all the feedback I've received over the years, my self-confidence is big, and it beat the out of my inner voice, the cheat, the liar, the swindler, stage fright. Now I'm self-confident, and even if my voice is big and my body is big and I'm bigger than life on stage, this is me. This is the natural me. As speakers, we go through 3 stages: the robotic stage, the theatrical stage, and the natural stage. At the beginning, I had a lot of stage fright. The carnival club, I didn't even get up on my feet to support my mom. Today, I'm in Berlin in front of 450 people, and I love it. But why this whole session? On stage fright, self-confidence, yin and yang, why this whole thing? Because it's obvious to me now, after all those years, that the biggest booster for public speaking greatness is self-confidence. You want to put fertilizer on your self-confidence. And this is the fast track. The fast track to great public speaking. Put 4 fertilizers on your self-confidence. First, speak up in meetings. I always shut up at KPMG in my corporate life. Speak up. Speak more up. Second, join an improv group. If you don't know improv, check improv theater. Third, karaoke. I sing my way across the globe every time I'm in a karaoke bar. This is a self-confidence super booster. Fourth, join Toastmasters. Of course, public speaking is the biggest fear in life. Tame it in Toastmasters. And with all this, you will put fertilizer on your self-confidence, and your stage fright goes down and down and down. And then, when you are in stage 3, you can finally let people tell you, just be yourself. If you're at the beginning and somebody tells you, just be yourself, say, today, I am myself. When I'm in my carnival club, my mom, 88 now, she's now sitting in the audience, and I am on stage. And now I perform for already a decade. And I love it. But that's only because I went through 3 stages. From not being myself to being myself.